차렷, 경례. Welcome to Taekwondo Realtor channel. Today, we're doing a Who's Who interview series. We have a special guest today. His name is Eric Lee. Eric, welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so Eric is actually my friend's son. I've known this friend for many, many years, and Eric is just graduated from Regis High School in Colorado, and he got accepted to Princeton University. So first of all, congratulations on getting your acceptance. So we're
Thank you
gonna,
so much.
yeah, we're gonna, not everybody gets to go to Ivy League school like Princeton. So I thought, man, I know this is not real estate related today, but I thought, we want our realtors to be elite. And how do you become an elite realtor is kind of similar to how do you go to an Ivy League school. So we brought Eric on just to talk about what he did in school that set him apart from other students that, made him to go to an Ivy League school. And secondly, to hopefully for our younger generation to kind of watch this video and maybe they could implement some of this to their high school career so they can maybe have same, successful result like Eric. So before we start, I'm going to ask Eric, were you born in Korea? Were you born in the States?
So I was born in Colorado, but
Yeah.
my parents are both from Korea, so I grew up speaking Korean in the house and then
Okay.
English anywhere else. So
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, in your high school, did you do something different than other students? What did you think you did that made you be accepted to an Ivy League school like Princeton?
I think the main thing was just trying to get involved in like the most things that I could, like different clubs. And then another thing was I went to like my teachers a lot for help, just to like go that extra step and just make sure I'm on top of my schoolwork.
Right.
Yep.
And can you describe a little bit about your high school, Regis High School?
So Regis is a private Catholic high school and it's split into boys and girls division. So I took classes with mostly boys. I think I only took one class that had girls in it throughout my 4 years. So I think there are like advantages and disadvantages to having it as a split divisions, but I think overall it
Hmm.
was a pretty good experience.
So if you don't mind me asking, did you get straight A's through every single course or subject in your high school?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, you make it sound like pretty easy. Yeah, I got straight A's, but
Oh yeah,
but
it
probably
was a lot. It was a lot of hard work.
yeah, a lot of hard work. Um,
Mhm.
Now, far as getting like, what do you have to do? I mean, my son is getting ready to go to high school this year.
Yeah.
So if he wants to go to an Ivy League school, I mean, that's not easy to do because the acceptance
Hmm.
rate is like 6% or so. So it's very, very low. So how would you
Hmm.
prepare if you had to take your high school all over again? I mean, what would you tell like your own little brother or younger kids going into high school today? What should they do?
I think one of the big things is definitely like I said before, just get involved in like as many clubs as you can. So I did like student council, and then I ran for like president senior year, which I think
Hmm.
was a big help. And then I joined some like service organizations,
Hmm.
which is another good thing to do. And then I think another good thing is just to like build relationships with teachers like
Right.
early on.
How
And
about your
yeah,
counselors? Have
counselors.
mhm,
So we had college counselors in at Regis that like I met with regularly. I think that also
mhm,
helped a lot. Just asking questions about the
mhm.
college application process early on, and just to
Great.
get an idea of like where you want to go and what
Hmm.
you need to do early on. So yeah.
So when you applied, did you apply to other colleges as well besides
Oh yeah,
Princeton?
I did. Uh-huh.
So was Princeton like your dream school? Did you like apply to Harvard or Yale or other Ivy League, or was it just Princeton?
So starting out, Princeton like wasn't really on my radar to start.
Hmm.
Like I didn't really think I would get in. So it was just I applied to start. I wanted to go to Duke
Ah.
really badly, but then that didn't work out. So
Hmm. Hmm.
Princeton ended up being a good option. But I think I ended up applying to three other Ivy League schools.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you find any success with other Ivy League, or was it just Princeton?
I also got into Dartmouth was the
Oh,
other one that I
Dartmouth.
got
Right.
into.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So, just to help our young viewers on getting into
Hmm.
Ivy League school, so you said meet up with counselors, teachers early on, make sure, you talk to them about your aspirations, ambitions, and they could kind of guide you. Of course, getting good grades is helpful.
Hmm.
Just for reference, I mean, did you
Yep.
get perfect scores for your SATs and ACTs, or if you don't mind sharing?
So I didn't take the SAT, but I took the ACT,
Hmm.
which I thought was just better for me to take, and I got a 35 on that
That's great.
out
35
of
out of
36.
36, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So with COVID and everything,
Hmm.
um, what's happening at your school at Princeton? Is all the students coming back, or just what's happening there, as far as in class?
So in the fall semester, it'll be the freshmen and the juniors on campus up
Hmm.
until Thanksgiving, and then I think we're gonna finish online after Thanksgiving,
Hmm.
and then spring semester will be seniors and sophomores on campus.
Right. So you be able to at least go there and enjoy a little bit of classroom
Yeah, just
settings.
for a few months, but we're also they said no roommates for because of
Hmm.
Corona, so
Hmm.
it'll be a little different for sure.
Right. So, did you have to like do I think you had to do a special essay to get into Princeton. Um, d
Hmm.
what do you remember what your essay kind of looked like and what you put on the essay?
So I think for Princeton there were maybe like six options from like what you could write about, and I chose to write about like culture. So I
Hmm.
kind of wrote about how like my American and Korean cultures, like they
Hmm.
kind of conflicted with each other at first, but then like you learn to find that balance between the two, and just living as like a Korean American in
Hmm.
Colorado and how
Hmm.
that shaped my experience growing up.
Right. So from our conversation before, you mentioned something about being your
Hmm.
school president or student
Hmm.
body president. Was
Yeah.
that just your senior year? Did you do that in junior year, or were you involved with the student government for the last 4 years?
Yeah, so I started freshman year, and each year you have to be elected by like your classmates.
Hmm.
So each year I ran, and yeah, my classmates like chose to elect me, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. So that's definitely something. I know some kids either like they're really good in sports, football
Hmm.
scholarships or tennis or other sports
Yeah.
that may help them get into Ivy League. But yours was not too much athletics. It was more just education, studying academics, and being
Right.
involved with the school.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
okay. Is there any other tips you want to share with our audience?
I think with like college applications, I chose to write. I think I applied to like 14 schools total, but
Wow.
I don't know if I would like advise everyone to do that because it was a lot of work, and
Hmm.
like you only go to one of the colleges at the end of the day. So I think just really like narrow down your list to the ones you are really considering going to,
Hmm.
because like most of my winter break was spent on college applications, and I
Hmm.
kind of regret that because I didn't get to do like much stuff with my friends during that time. So I think that's one thing.
That's awesome. So before I let you go, I'm going to ask you about because most of our audience is younger realtors, and
Hmm.
I know and to be an elite realtor is where everybody needs to be to make a lot of money in real estate.
Hmm.
So, what's I mean, what was your typical day like as a high school? How many hours did you study at home? What was your typical day look like?
So I would wake up around 7-ish, get
Hmm.
ready, and then go to school by 8 o'clock. It was when we started,
Hmm.
and then school would get out at 2:45, and then I'd usually try to go to the gym every day after school.
Hmm.
But now like Corona, so that hasn't been happening recently. But usually I go to the gym after school just to like get my mind off of like academic related stuff and just like keep my health in check.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then I would usually take a nap after school because I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
And then I would do homework and study maybe for 4 hours usually.
Hmm. So that's pretty
Yeah, on a
full
typical
full
day.
day. I mean,
Yeah.
What time do you usually go to bed or used to go to bed?
Usually around like one, maybe one or two.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
it
but I
just
think
means,
yeah.
mhm. Yeah, it takes hard work getting up 7 in the morning every day and studying
Hmm.
till 1 or 2. That's a long, long day. And usually that's
Yeah.
what's required to make it into elite level. I think that's
Hmm.
a good thing for young realtors to be reminded that, to be a successful realtor too, you can't just
Hmm.
expect to work 2 hours a day and hopefully you get,
Right.
you make a successful career out of it. It takes a lot of hard work
Uh,
and a lot of hard effort. Well, thanks so
yeah.
much, Eric, for your little time here. I hope this will help our younger viewers in their high
Hmm.
school career and also our younger brokers to get motivated and work hard. And also, you were Taekwondo practitioner. You got to your what red belt was that, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah.
So, do you
Uh-huh.
think any of that Taekwondo training helped you as well?
I think a lot of it. I think it built like a lot of self motivation back
Hmm.
then, because like in high school, I think if you're not like if that motivation isn't coming from yourself, then
Hmm.
like it'll be harder in the future if you need like somebody constantly pushing you. I think you need to push yourself. I think that's an important thing.
Right. And I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember from your training days in Taekwondo, but 5 tenets of Taekwondo, integrity, courtesy, perseverance, self-control.
Hmm.
I like the last one,
Yeah.
indomitable spirit, where we never give up. So hopefully,
Hmm.
hopefully you never give up and you go to Princeton and also do really, really well there and keep pushing yourself and work hard and we'll hopefully see you here, maybe on our channel next time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, appreciate it, Eric. Thank you for your interview.
Thank you.
차렷 경례.